This is a tutorial for a Valentine's Day look. It doesn't matter if you have a date, if you're going out with your friends, if you have an all-girls night. It's always super fun to look cute for Valentine's. So if you like this look, please keep watching. So I'm starting with the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Problem Skin Moisturizer, and that has tamarind extract and also tea tree oil, so it's really good to balance the skin and make it super hydrated. I'm also adding the Oil-Free Moisture Sensitive Skin by Neutrogena. And to prep the under eyes, the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Eye Cream. To prep my eyelids for the eyeshadow, I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. To prep my lips, I'm using an EOS Lip Balm. As a primer, I'm using the Kiko Matte Base Corrector. As my foundation, I'm using the Clinique Acne Solutions in the shade 01, which is Fresh Alabaster. Now I'm proceeding to go over my Wet n Wild Coverall Correcting Palette with the shade green, which is to neutralize some red spots that are in my face. Now I'm going over those corrected spots with the Clinique Acne Solutions Clearing Concealer in the shade 01. Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows with my Brow Wiz from ABH in Soft Brown. For my concealer, I'll be using the Maybelline New York shade 15, which is Fair. Now I'm gonna do a little baking with the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder, and I'm just doing some light dusting. Now I'm gonna use my Blush Nudes palettes by Maybelline New York, and I'm using that lighter shade with a flat brush to go all over my lid. I am now using my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I am using the shade Steady with a fluffy brush, and I'm applying that all over my crease in windshield wiper motions. Moving on to my Carli Bybel palette, I'm gonna use that gorgeous pink shimmery shade all over my lid. Next, I'll be using that slightly less shimmery mauvey brown color, and I'll be applying that more to the outer corner of my eye. Using again the Gwen Stefani palette and the color Pop, I'll be using a more flat brush to pack on the glittery color in the center part of my eyelid. Now I'll be moving on to the color Anaheim, which is this gorgeous brown matte shade, and that will be used in the crease to add more depth. So for the shade Punk, I'm using a very sharp brush because what I'm doing is using that shade as a sort of eyeliner. Now I'll be alternating back and forth between that sharp brush and a smudger, but I'll be using the same shade, which was Punk. And what I continue doing is just packing a little bit more color and smudging it out to make sure that I'm creating the desired effect. Now I'm using the single eyeshadow from Sephora in the shade Aspen Summit, which is number 23, for the inner corner of my eye. I went back to the Blush Nudes palette again, and I'm using the exact same shade, the lightest one, to brighten right underneath my eyebrow. And I'm taking that shimmery pink for more depth. It's time to curl my eyelashes. And now my first coat of mascara will be with the NARS Audacious mascara. I'm using the Maybelline Falsies Push-Up Drama Mascara just for the center part of my eyelashes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and highlight and contour with the Physicians Formula Touch of Glow palette. This blush is the one that I'm absolutely in love with, and it's a Wet n Wild color icon in the shade Pearlescent Pink. Going back to my Carli Bybel palette, I will be accentuating that highlight with the shade that I'm pointing out. And then I'm using this super fluffy brush to make sure that everything is very well blended together, the contour, the highlight, and the blush. For the lips, I'm using Sephora's Lip Stain number 13 in the shade Marvelous Mauve. And to make sure that my lips don't crack, I'm using the Hydro Basics Lip Balm. And to make sure that my makeup stays on all night, I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. And lastly, the perfume I'll be using for Valentine's is Viktor and Rolf Bon Bon because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So loves, this is the final makeup look. I feel like for hairstyles, you could add something like a fishtail braid to give it more personality, or whatever hairstyle you think that suits best. Thank you so much for watching. If you recreate this look, please tag me so I can see your version, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it and leave me your comments and tags. Mwah.